Welcome to the World of Warcraft crash course for the Retribution Paladin. In this video, we'll give you a very brief overview of what you'll need to do to get started playing a Retribution Paladin at level 90. Retribution's primary resource is Holy Power, and you'll spend the vast majority of your time building Holy Power through a handful of various attacks to spend on a couple of very strong abilities. Like all Paladins, Retribution does have a mana bar, but most of the time, you don't really need to worry about that. Just focus on Holy Power. Before you start fighting, you'll want to cast Blessing of Might. That's a pretty large buff to your mastery, which translates into a pretty large buff to your damage. You should also activate Seal of Truth, which adds even more damage to your melee attacks. In combat, you'll want to use Crusader Strike as much as possible, followed by Judgment and Exorcism. Each of these will generate one Holy Power whenever they hit, so try to keep each of them on cooldown. Note that occasionally your auto attacks will activate Art of War, which resets the cooldown on Exorcism. Also, if your target is below 20% health, you'll be able to use Hammer of Wrath to deal a large amount of damage and generate even more Holy Power. When you've reached 3 Holy Power, you can spend it on something. Inquisition should be your first priority. It's a pretty large damage increase and it lasts a while, so try to keep that active as much as possible. If you've already got Inquisition running, you'll want to spend your Holy Power on Templar's Verdict instead. That's a big melee strike that does a lot of damage. There's a lot more to learn if you want to truly master your Paladin, but we hope that this primer gives you the knowledge you need to get headed in the right direction. Once you've gotten a handle on the basics, it's a good idea to spend some time reading through your spellbook, talents, and glyphs to learn about the other abilities we haven't touched on here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Azeroth.